Hello friends, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing 3 Christmas DIYs using Dollar Tree items. This is my favorite one. They all look very nostalgic to me, so they might not be to other people, but to me they are. They give me that old-fashioned feeling. So they're all hangable, or you could prop them up like on a plate stand, or up against something on a shelf. So let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, it's all Dollar Tree items, so super easy and affordable. So for this first project, we're going to use 3 wooden cutout pieces, and the first 2 are wooden plaques. And I did put wax paper down because I didn't want to get paint on my counter, but I'm just going to go ahead and paint those 2 plaques white. So you could use both of them the same shape if you wanted. I liked having 2 different shapes because I knew that I was going to use one on top and one on the bottom. So, but yeah, use your best judgment. I'm just giving you ideas. So you might come up with something completely different because you got an idea from what I did with this. So I'm going to paint those white, set those aside, and then I'm going to turn to the truck, the wooden truck cutout, and I'm going to paint the entire thing brown. So this, I think, is melted chocolate is the color, and it's just an acrylic, so very simple. I got it at the Dollar Tree. I think it was 88 cents. Once I get that brown down, I'm going to go over it with red. Now, notice the direction that I'm painting it. I'm going up. I'm painting everything up. So I'm not getting the little door handle, and by going up, you're not going to get every little spot, and that's what you want. It's going to give it like a shadow type effect, and that's why I painted it brown first. So while that's drying, I'm going to use some of these stencils, and I've chose the word seasons for this top piece. This is going to be my top, and I'm just going to trace it with a pen. I have found with me personally, if I just stencil or like dabble paint over the top of a stencil, it always bleeds on me. So I'm choosing to do it this way. And I've noticed with both of them, the paint, my white paint, wasn't completely dry. So it did leave marks in it. And I actually liked that. It was a bonus to me that it did that. So if you don't want those kind of smudged, faded look, then let your paint dry all the way. So once the red has dried a little bit more, I'm going to go back over it. I am going to go in the same direction like I did before, painting up, and I'm not going to push my brush down into, the bottom pieces, like around the tire well, and I'm not going to cover everything completely. I'm just brushing it up. I want like highlights and lowlights for shadow effect, if that makes sense. So notice here on the back of the truck when I get there that I'm mostly focusing the brighter red on the top, not near like the tire well or the bottom of the truck. I'm just at the top, kind of highlights. So once I get that done, I'm going to go ahead and paint my wheels black, and notice that I'm actually brushing the paint on in a round direction. Ignore my voice, I have a cold, I'm sorry. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of white in the center of those tires, and I'm going to paint my Christmas tree green. So I think the color that I used is English Ivy. Okay, so next I'm going to use that same green, and I'm going to add some touches to these pieces. So I'm just going to go over them with paint where I've traced out my stencils. So this is the green part of the holly, and then I'm going to add some green to this decorative scrolling underneath the word greetings. So once I get that green on there, I'm going to go ahead and do my letters in red. I thought that the green and the red would tie into the truck, and you know, classic colors, very nostalgic. So I'm gonna touch up that green on the these plaques, and then I'm gonna go over it with some green glitter. I'm gonna make sure that the glitter is just right on top of where I want the green, because some of that red paint might be wet still. So I'm just gonna go over just the green parts, let that dry. I'm gonna set it aside. And these wooden stickers from the Dollar Tree, I love these things. They are so cute and just very country, old-fashioned looking to me. So I'm gonna actually use the Christmas trees, and I'm gonna place them on there. I'm gonna hot glue them on top of the tree in the back of the truck. So, you know, you could use whatever you wanted. I just thought that added such texture to that Christmas tree. And I'm also going to use a couple of the wooden packages, the Christmas gifts, and add those on there. And I'm just going to use some red and fill in those little dots, and then the bow, the ribbon and the bow with the red. And I'm also going to add some red glitter to that as well, just those parts on those packages. So my glitter I got at the Dollar Tree. I don't know if I mentioned that already. I'm a little spaced out on cold medicine, so okay, I'm gonna dust off my glitter. I love how these turn out. I love the accidental smudging of the white paint with the stencils, and yeah, I did add a little red glitter to the berries on that holly. I love how these turned out. So what I'm gonna do to put these together is I'm gonna line them up exactly how I want them, and then I'm just gonna hot glue them together, like where they sit. That way I don't have any of my letters covered up, and that I could see everything. This top piece, I had there's just a little bit of a gap to where you can see through the window of the truck, but honestly, it kind of looks like the steering wheel to me. Like if you could see through the window, it might look like where the steering wheel's at. So yeah, I'm just gonna glue those into place and let that dry. I'm also gonna choose a ribbon. So both of these I really liked, but I wanted just more of a simple ribbon, so I went with just the red and white striped one. And I'm just gonna tie a tiny simple bow at the top, and then I'm gonna hot glue it on the back. I did remove that just in case there was any wet paint on my wax paper. And like I said, I'm just gonna hot glue it on the back, and just to make a hanger for it. So the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use some of these gem stickers. Now I did get those at Walmart, but they do have gem stickers at the Dollar Tree. And I'm gonna put them right in the center of those tires, just for a shiny, pretty, you know. So next I'm gonna use one of the Let It Snow wooden cutouts, and I'm gonna paint it white. And actually I go over this twice. So I paint it white, I let it dry, and then I go over it again. Okay, I'm also gonna paint one of these wooden snowflakes out. This is the bigger size snowflake, and I'm gonna paint that white as well. I love the snowflakes that they have on the wooden snowflakes. I love all of their wooden stuff this year, to be honest, but next I'm going to use some white glitter. So that second coat of white paint, when it's still wet, I'm going to add some clear glitter. And I'm going to set that aside, and then I'm going to grab a wreath that I got from the Dollar Tree. So I got that wreath many years ago. I don't know what their wreaths look like this year, but I did get that from the Dollar Tree. So I glued that white snowflake on top of the snowflake on there, and then I used one of the little ones and glued it on top of that. And I didn't paint the little one white. I liked that natural wood look to it. So, you know, you guys do it how you like, but I'm gonna go ahead and glue that onto my wreath. And at that point, I'm gonna start adding some of the other wooden cutouts. They're just the little stickers. They call them stickers, but some of the snowflakes I went ahead and painted white and added glitter to those, just to tie in that white. And you could use nothing. You could just add some ribbon to this wreath with just the Let It Snow sign on it, and I think it would be, you know, beautiful, just very simple. But I like these wooden stickers because they kind of remind me of like Santa's workshop type toys, you know, that just real rustic looking. So I'm just gonna hot glue those on there and call it good. I'm not even gonna add a ribbon or a bow or a hanger or anything because it's gonna hang just like that. Next, I'm going to use one of the canvases from the Dollar Tree and these wall stickers. So I'm going to place them to where they are readable in the order that they're supposed to be read. And with the second one, I actually lined up, there's like a light gray scrolling under there. I lined those up so they went together. And yeah, I just thought the saying was so perfect with talking about the branches of a tree, being Christmas time with the Christmas tree. So in between all these places and around the edges, I painted white and I added some more of that clear glitter. So, 'cause I like anything glittery, I love. It always catches my attention, especially for Christmas. So I'm gonna paint that and then add some white glitter to it. So do you remember these branches they had at the Dollar Tree last year? I had some left over. I haven't seen them at the Dollar Tree this year, but you could use like a regular garland from the Dollar Tree if you wanted. So I'm just gonna hot glue these on the back side of this canvas, kind of sticking out a little bit so you can see it from the front. And I just like them because they bend really easy on the corners. So I'm just gonna create like a frame with this, very simple. I just make sure that all of the needles are going in the right direction and hot glue them on there. And I'm also going to use one of the white Christmas tree. It comes in like a 2-pack and it's just like a plain white tree and it's just white with glitter. I thought it was perfect because you can really see the branches on it and it went with the saying. Very simple, I liked that. And I just create like a little bit of a hanger with that last piece that I had, and you could add whatever you wanted to this. I just wanted mine very simple. So this is how they all turned out. The little red truck is my favorite. Kind of reminds me of something you would have seen like on a store door or something, greeting the guests that come to the store. But yeah, I have it on my guest bedroom door. And this is in my guest bath, and the branches with the saying on it is on my pantry door. So yeah, I love these. I hope you guys got some ideas. And of course, as always, I hope you're having a great day. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.